Hey, what's going on, guys? Xbox All In channel host Sega Forever here. I got a pretty hot topic to talk about tonight. I was at work when this news dropped. I know I'm a little bit late with the podcast. I wanted to do it a bit earlier, but I had stuff to do. As life actually happens, man. You got to deal with it. But I did want to talk about it a little bit because in the brief time that this news, and there was rumors about price increases and stuff like that. We're talking about Game Pass here. But in the time that this news dropped, the reaction has been interesting to say the least, especially if you're on social media like I am. I know some of you guys don't follow social media as much as I do. So there's a lot of reactions, understandably so. And again, specifically, I know the price of the title of my podcast is "The Price Is Right." Basically, talking about the subscription service of Game Pass and Microsoft actually increasing the price of the subscription service. Again, a lot of this was being talked about for over a year and a half now, specifically. We've experienced price increases for Game Pass before, so I guess Microsoft really wants to test the test the waters with this and actually test the idea that Xbox or Game Pass is such a great service, right? If you use it, right? If you guys are subscribed to Game Pass, if you guys are an Xbox guy like I am, and you guys are subscribed to Game Pass, it's such a great service. I mean, read this. Sorry. Hey, what's up, Unlimited? Sorry, brother. I'm looking at this. Hebot, I can send you a link, dude, but I can't be on for long. As well. Oh no, Unlimited, you can't. I mean, we can have a podcast. The only problem is if I have to drop. If my son calls, I have to drop, and I have to go. But I'm more than welcome to discuss this with you guys. Hold on one second, guys. Let me get this up and running. But I mean, the reactions is what you expect, right? When it comes to Microsoft doing anything, and I'm talking from the gaming media to the PlayStation guys, all the haters out there, which is ironic to me because PlayStation has enough on their own plate that they need to worry about. But they constantly look at what Xbox guys are doing, which is par for the course. I mean, if you're an Xbox guy, you already know this, right? Hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna drop this. I was gonna actually read off of this article, but since I'm bringing the guys in, because I'm catching up with it myself, guys. Like I said, this dropped when I was at work, so I couldn't really do a deep dive. Um, I'm assuming it's official from some of the stuff that I've seen, or official as it is going to happen from some of the stuff I've seen being dropped. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know. Um, Hold on one second, guys. Let me get the. But Yeah, but that's why I really wanted to do this podcast. Just wanted to get like some thoughts off my chest, dude. Because anytime Microsoft does anything, dude, like I said, the media reacts a certain way, the gaming community acts a certain way, right? Because when it comes to Xbox and Microsoft, everything's always bad, everything's always negative, right? Meanwhile, if you look at how these guys spend their money, how they consume stuff, right? I mean, they're pretty much hypocritical, right? They subscribe to other services, they pay more on other services, right? It basically comes down to what you value at the end of the day. Like, what do you want to spend your money on? And that's kind of what I want to talk about when it comes to this topic, right? Because there's all kind of ways that you can cut this, right? For me personally, I already shared this on my ex account. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. I've already talked. I'm not gonna be hypocritical. I've already talked about this, right? I go as high as $29.99 for various reasons. It's not just about supporting Xbox, which I do, but it's also the way I consume Game Pass, dude. I spend a lot of time on Game Pass. Right? So what I've done in my personal finances when it comes to, because like I said, I talk about this all the time on the channel, right? The economy is bad, right? There's a reason why there's a little bit of blowback across the board, right? Because this is something that now you got to consider when you're looking at your bills, right, and what you want to pay for. You know, it's interesting to me that Microsoft is actually doing this at this time. Usually they're a little bit more sensitive on this kind of stuff, but I guess they're rolling the dice. And dude, I'm 100% for it, guys. Not to be anti-consumer, not to put people in a bad spot, dude. But at this point in time, dude, there's people um, charging exuberant amount for their products, for their services, right? And Microsoft, with their Xbox brand, has always been that one brand that always took that step back, man. You know, like people will complain, and a lot of them Xbox guys would sit there and complain about stuff, right? And Microsoft will pull back, and Microsoft will pull back. But I'm telling you guys, you know, you can't always, you can't keep on doing that. You know, it doesn't work that way, guys. You know, at some point in time, you know, they need to make money too, and they've invested a lot of money. They invested a lot of time, dude. They're the most consumer friendly company out there, or especially with the Xbox brand right now. You know, just given everything that's going on in the world globally, right? And even they, man, they can't afford. You know, they're just like everybody else, man. They are a business at the end of the day, and they got to make their money. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be upset about this. I can't. I'm not saying that you should just, you know, eat the cost and you know, just take it, right? I mean, in fact, I'll talk about that a little bit on this. This is why I'm doing this stream right now. Right, we're doing this stream because I'm gonna tell you guys what I'll do when stuff like this happens. Right. Eva, I sent you the link on Twitter. Unlimited, I'll send you the link just in case you want to pop in. I'll send it on Twitter. I know you're busy and your internet, you said, but just in case, though, you don't have to. You don't have to, brother. I mean, someone to Sega Man. You know, so I know Sega Man's busy and he's tired, man. He works hard, man. My brother works hard. Where you at, my brother? There you are. Let me paste this. And sorry, guys, bear with me. But look, at the end of the day, man, life is about choices, guys. You know, I know I shouldn't have to tell a lot of you guys. There's a lot of you guys who are in the gaming community, a lot of guys who visit me on this channel, we're all adults, right? And just like anything else in life, especially when it comes to your economics, you know, your economic situation, right? Hold on one second. Let me see this. You know, you got to make choices, man. One of the guys online, I think his name is Flint Dog. Sorry, brother, if I messed up your name. But he was on Twitter and he was talking about that. He goes, "Oh well, goodbye Disney Plus." Right. So what he's going to do, he's going to get rid of subscription services. Like that's what I did. Um, and then he's just gonna he values in other words, he values Game Pass more than he does Disney Plus. And I don't blame him for that. I'm 100% with that. Hey, what's up, brother?
Oh, what's going on? What's going on?
Hey, sorry, man. I'm just sending. I just sent Sega Man. Go ahead, brother. Take it away, man.
No, no, no. I was listening to you finish up, and then I'll say my piece like always.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
go ahead.
no. I mean, just you know, that's kind of for me. It's just like, dude, it's about choices, dude. You guys are gonna have to choose, right? I've done that already, dude. I canceled
Absolutely,
a lot of stuff, canceled a lot of services, dude. Because to me, right, the value for me is with Game Pass because the way I consume it,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
In
There's
fact, a lot of
thousands and millions of people with Disney Plus, and
Mhm.
Disney Plus is giving you nothing but garbage. They complain about it, but yet they keep it, right?
Yeah,
So get rid of Disney Plus if that's the case, right? Why is that a problem? If Disney puts something in there of your interest, guess what? For that month that they bring it out, you can subscribe again. But what gets me mad is this is always the same fucking thing every fucking time. As soon as Microsoft makes a move, because these motherfuckers out here, they think that Xbox has to pay everything for them when they're already giving you everything that everybody else doesn't. Because at the end of the day, it's $3 difference a month and $36 a year.
Mhm.
Okay? That's what you're paying. And you're crying over $36. Guess what? It still doesn't equate to two games on PlayStation like Astrobot or like Forbidden West, Horizon Lego that is 170 or $40 just for two games. When you're gonna get Indiana Jones, Tower Born, Avowed, whatever fucking else shit decides to come out in the holidays alongside whatever, all the exclusives and third party. They want see these people, these so-called Xbox fans, want AAA games. They want AAA indies. They want double A's. They want every fucking thing fabricated in the universe in the gaming space on Game Pass but they don't want it to go up. It's like when they did the shit with the fucking, oh, we don't want to pay online. Nigga, listen, online is not free. They have to pay people and servers and keep those servers up. They keep giving you a competitive price. Even if you pay double, which is 120 for the year, what does that do? Nothing, because you're still getting value. And because they didn't do that, and they weren't allowed to do that, we lost getting free games a month and other perks that we were getting before. They had to cut the fat and narrow it down. And then when they did that, oh, you see, they're taking away everything from us. What the fuck you want them to keep doing? Keep taking a loss just to please you? No. That's why they make money. That's why they don't lose money, because they're smart business people. That's what business is. Those are business ethics. Now, am I saying it's okay for people that may be economically in a fucked up situation? I'm in a fucked up situation. No, it isn't.
Yeah.
But I'm not stupid. I know when I see value. And if I'm going to pay $36 a month versus $70 per game, I'm good. I'm still okay. That's not a big deal, because you're going to get Call of Duty. You're gonna get a Valve. You're gonna get Indiana Jones. You just got Path of the Goddess. You just fucking got what the fuck was the other one that came out? Flintlock. You're getting that, right? You're getting AAA, double A's, and singles and indies all on Game Pass. You want them to keep making deals with other third parties with big games to come to Game Pass too, right? But you don't take into accountability that games are expensive to make. So if you want something like a GTA, like they were paying $10 million a month, then that's what they got to do. They got to figure out where they can assess and make sure that they can make the income to keep sustaining Game Pass. Because if that's the case, then what they have to do is not stop taking the games out day and day, and you're going to have to buy it physically. And then if they do that, you see, Microsoft lied. They said it would forever be day and day games. Bro, you can't eat your cake and have it too, or buy you. That's not how life works. We're in the worst economy in history of all histories, where food is up, meat is up. You pay $40 for a fucking pack of meat, okay, with two small steaks, right?
Preach.
You got gas almost at $7 or $8 a gallon, right? And yet these are the same dumb motherfuckers that are protecting and saying, yeah, Joe Biden is the best thing this country ever had. Joe Biden crippled this country in less than his fucking 4-year term. In less than 4 years, he crippled this country in less than 4. Okay? And then you want to run with the stupid shit of, because Donald Trump's a fucking racist. Okay, show me the proof that he's racist. Why is he racist? Why? Because he believes in religion, which is the right thing to do? Because he believes in not killing a life? Or because he believes in straight marriage? Like, bro, that's not being racist. Read the Bible. Go see what the rules are supposed to be. We're supposed to be here to procreate, to continue life. We're not here to fuck the same sex and not create life, because if we continue down that path, guess what? We'll be extinct also, because there's going to be no creation. Because at the end of the day, you still need sperm if you're going to donate to somebody, or you still need an egg from a woman to you're going to donate to somebody, so that those gay couples can have kids. Without straight people, you ain't gonna have that. Okay? And that's genetically enhanced. So that's all dumb talk. Now, to get back to the games, this is what they always fucking do. Every fucking time Microsoft does something, because they have to do it, because now they're getting into the wheel where they're getting the big games out. Now, what do you think, that Indiana Jones cost $2? They had to pay Disney for that. And you think Disney's going to charge them $2 knowing that they're a Fortune 500 company? No fucking way. That's not how it works. So you want to get Blade on Game Pass, but you want to pay $13 a month still. And you think Blade didn't cost them a lot of money? No. The only reason Disney does good deals with Sony and suck their dick is because Sony has a stranglehold. They own the Spider-Man movie rights. And until they don't get that back, they're going to keep sucking Sony dick, because they have something they want. That's why they do that. They have something they want. Once they get it back, if they ever, somehow Sony always gets away with it and never gets it back, then they'll stop the bullshit. Then they'll give the same treatment to Sony, because Disney does not give a fuck. The people that run Disney don't give a fuck. The people that work there don't give a fuck. All they care about is making money. You go to the fucking fun park, it costs like $200 just to get a ticket to go in for one person. And you think they give a fuck about anybody else? No. $200 one person one day, and you over here complaining that Microsoft is charging you $36 extra a year so that you can have a plethora of new games all year long that are AAA and AA. Does that make any fucking sense? Does that make any sense? If you just want Game Pass, you don't want online, just get Game Pass. Play the games only. But then don't complain that you can't play online. It's like, again, you can't have your cake and eat it too. That's not how life works. I fucking wish. I wish. I wish. I fucking wish. I live in a 4-bedroom apartment. I'm trying to get into a home. And in order for me to get in a home, I'm going to have to shell out almost 20 G's to move into a home. Okay? Just so that I can rent it. That's not buying. Is that fair? No, it's not, because I'm not rich. I'm bored. Whoa, but you have so much things. Yeah, I've been collecting since I was 4 years old. That's why I have a lot of things. It's through the years. It's been fucking 30 plus years of collecting. It wasn't just in 1 year overnight like some of these motherfuckers do on YouTube that have nothing, and then a year later they got all this shit out of nowhere. Because they're using the people that support them to buy their shit. I don't do that. I buy my own shit. Nobody give me jack. And the people that do, those are the only people I appreciate, and they know who they are. Okay? So, again, you think it's better to go pay on the Switch $60, $70 for fucking Donkey Kong HD that was on the Wii, and then on the Wii U, and now you're paying for it again? You think that's okay? That's not, you be stupid. You go do that. It ain't gonna be me. Hell no, I'm not gonna be me. You want to go pay $100, $70 for the new Zelda game? Go right ahead and do that. With those two games alone, you already pay what you're going to pay for Game Pass for the whole year, and you're going to have a plethora of games, actual next-gen games, not no cripple-ass games from like a tablet hardware from like 25 years ago. Actual next-gen games on that. Oh, but the PC get it for cheaper. Yeah, because PC motherfuckers have to spend thousands of dollars to build their rig just so they can run their games at high quality. We're not paying thousands of dollars. As console gamers, we pay at maximum $5 and at minimum $3 if with trade-ins. And we also have options like we can go get a fucking Xbox with a fucking layaway plan with Xbox All Access and not pay a dime in interest and still have a console for 2 years with Game Pass and with fucking online playability. PC niggas can't do that. You think PC can go get let me get that G98 600 GeForce card that costs like $3,500. Yeah, and I'll pay you in like 2 weeks. I'll pay you in 2 years. That's good. They don't get those options. They can't find it out unless they use their credit card. And guess what? Their credit cards, their minimum fucking interest is at least 25%. Okay, well, Microsoft gives you 0%. So again, the argument is fucking stupid. Yes, they get it cheaper, but PC motherfuckers spend way more than we have to just to get a game to run. We don't have to do that. We get dedicated servers. They don't unless they pay for it. Okay? We get it free. Absolutely free. Okay? So again, I don't understand why it's always the same shit. And you see the same fucking usual suspect. Oh my God, Microsoft, you fucking lied. You said you weren't going to raise the price. Of course they weren't going to raise the price. But obviously now, going forward, they see the cost. They see the games they're putting in. They're going to have to do something because the cost is going to outweigh what they're paying. And so they got to make that up. Call of Duty alone is like billions of dollars seller that costs millions and millions to make every time. That game alone, in order for them to compensate some of the costs, they're going to have to do that. Oh, fuck it, I don't want Game Pass. Let's say I'm going to unsubscribe then. Go to Nintendo, go to PlayStation, and after you buy 2 games, then you come tell me if you're okay.
No, or you could just stay here. You can stay here and pay $70.
Or stay here and pay the $70. Yeah, I want to pay the $70 for Indiana Jones, day one. I want to pay the $70 for About, day one. I want to pay the $70 for a blank disc with Call of Duty, day one. I want to pay $30 for Towerborn, day one. Do the fucking math. We're talking about over $300 already. And you motherfuckers are crying over $36 for the year.
Yeah, we can, you know what we can do? We can break that down because obviously by some of the comments I'm seeing today, you guys ain't doing Game Pass right. You guys ain't doing the ecosystem. You're not doing the Microsoft ecosystem right, dude. And we'll help you with that.
Absolutely. Dude, if anybody's saying it's not the value's not there, you're crazy. That means you don't play on Game Pass
Yeah,
and you have no clue. You don't.
yeah,
The value, listen, they got more value than most streaming services. I pay for Paramount Plus every month, right? Because I like, Tulsa King, I like Paramount movies,
mm,
and I don't even fucking use it, barely, because they don't give you no content. They don't have enough, right? And it's $15.99 a month. I pay for HBO Max, it's $15.99 a month, right?
yeah,
I pay for Disney Plus, and that's like $20 a month, 25. I pay for Game Pass, right? I pay for my son used to pay for Shutter, and I also pay for Hulu, or my other son pay for Hulu, whatever, right? The point is, when I look at it, grand scheme of things, all those combined, I still don't pay more than $100.
yeah,
And guess what? I was paying cable 20 years ago, almost $200 a month just to have cable, just to have one channel, one or two channels, Showtime and HBO, with the same shit repeated over and over and over and over and over and over again. When in those streaming services, you get new content every month. Every month. So again, right? If you look and you think like a smart, intelligent person, even having all those subscription services don't add up to $100. Because if it is, it's probably like $102. I'd rather pay that and have all that option and all that content than pay cable $300, $200 a month just so I can have a channel in HD, and it's not even real HD. It's fucking 1080p. It's not even fucking 4K.
yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, with cable, you was locked into. It depends on what kind of contract and deal you had. Like
Absolutely.
the provider was, so you had to pay for the
And,
box. There's a lot
and
of
that's not including that you have to pay for the internet separate.
yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah, that's another thing. People think that Microsoft charges for the internet because I've seen people say, well, they should make the internet free. Listen, they don't get money from the cable companies. At the end of the day, whether they give it to you for trying to get you access free or not, they have to pay to get those servers running on those online servers from those companies like AT&T, Comcast, Warner Distributor, all the fucking companies. They have to pay them to get the games running on their console and have them running online through those companies. So what they're going to do? Not pay them or pay them for free so that they could appease to us? That's not how that works. Imagine me buying a car and saying, okay, because I paid $40,000 for this car, you, Shell, you got to pay for my gas every time I come. Imagine saying that shit. You know how much of a pompous asshole I sound like saying that shit? Shell's going to pay for my gas because I paid $40,000 for this car. Yeah, I fucking wish. I wish that we could go get gas for free. Wish. Oh, but my tires get messed up since I paid $40,000. Yo, Tojo, Goodyear, you pay for my tires. Yeah, okay. I wish. That's not how it works. You spend more on your fucking phones, your sneakers, the clothes you wear, traveling, food you buy, going out to dinner all the time. Y'all pay way more in one night than you do for a year for a subscription subscription service, and yet you hear crying. That's why motherfuckers say that people on Xbox don't buy games. That's why they say that. Because they cry over any little thing. You automatically crying. Like, bro, do you know how you guys got it made? We never had shit free. We had to pay for everything, whether the game was shit or whether the game was good. We had to pay full price every single time. Every console generation, no breaks, no options, no motherfucking goddamn layaway service. No, either we bought it or we had to wait until our parents got the money and the shit cost like $200 and went down in price, or $100 and then we got it. And we were like 3 years, 4 years late while our friends had it like 5 years before us. That's how it worked. And we survived. We enjoyed it. We appreciated it. We didn't cry. Now you got more than enough options for almost practically for a quarter or a cent of a fucking percentage of 100%. And you motherfuckers do nothing but complain. Like, stop. I don't feel sorry for nobody. You complain, you're being stupid. You can't afford it? Then don't subscribe. But then don't complain. Damn, I can't play no games. Because either way, whether you unsubscribe or you stay subscribed, you're going to have to pay more money if you unsubscribe. And then if you stay subscribed, you're still paying just a little bit, not a lot. So either way, you're either going to lose or you're going to win. It is what it is. You got to stop the complaining. We have to stop doing this. And then after the complaining, we're demanding Microsoft. No, you got to do this, and you got to do that, and you got to give me AAA every month. You got to give me big ass bangers. You got to give me exclusives. You can't put games anywhere else. How fucking dare you? Blah 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 blah. But you're complaining because they raised it $3 a month. Listen to what you're saying. Does that make any fucking sense? No. You don't want to put games anywhere else? Okay, fine. Then pay the premium price. Pay the extra dollars. Show them that you care. Show them that you're willing to pay. Oh, you don't need a console. You could go to Fire Stick. Look, they don't want to promote their console. No, stupid. They did a deal with Amazon, and that's just the stick. That's just the fucking goddamn slogan. You don't need a console to play Xbox games. You still got to buy into Xbox ecosystem. You still got to create an account. You still got to pay whatever you get, whether you're buying games, whether you fucking streaming them. You still got to pay them, regardless at the end of the day. They're just trying to find ways for people to play without having to go buy an Xbox. Because the problem is, all the time is, why would I get an Xbox? That's just disgusting. That console's garbage. I don't want that. Isn't that the fucking narrative all the time? Oh, the console's shit. We don't need that. Why would I get that? Their games are trash. All their games are trash, but now everybody's saying, yeah, it was going to come to PlayStation. All their games are trash, but now everybody on Sony's side, especially the fucking fanboys that are fucking extremists, are all like, oh, it's going to come to PlayStation. I'll just play it when it comes to PlayStation. Like, what? Do you sound how hypocrite you sound and how fucking stupid you sound? Bro, we got to stop. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And these are the dudes that don't spend no money compared to people like you, like me, Sega Man, like fucking Unlimited. We actually buy Game Pass, subscribe, buy games on it digitally, and then go buy the physicals. And buy every peripheral, whether it's controllers, buy the new consoles, if it's a new custom console or if it's upgraded or whatever. We're gonna motherfuckers buy it and never complain. But the ones that pay the less and do the less work and minimum work, they're the first ones. Oh, how dare you, Microsoft? How dare you, Sarah Bond? We don't care if you just spent $70 fucking billion to buy a company just over a little 5 months ago. We don't care. You gotta give it to us because you're a Fortune 500 company. You owe us. You entitled baby ass bitches. Get the hell out of here. Oh, you shit. You don't like it? Go to PlayStation and let's see what you're gonna feel like after a couple of months in a year. When you're buying everything, when you gotta pay everything, when everything's under a paywall, where they keep taking away features from you, where they keep taking shit from you all the time, where they make you buy a new fucking peripheral for the future, and then they come out and say, oh no, we're not supporting you anymore after you paid $600 and now you got dead weight. Huh? Like the VR2.
Yeah.
And you want to complain? You stupid fucks. Get out of my fucking face. Bro, whoever complains deserves a big slap in the fucking face. You're fucking stupid. I'm sorry. You're fucking stupid. And don't come with that, oh, it's not affordable. Yo, it is, because you don't have to subscribe every month. You subscribe whenever you can, and then you get out whenever you can. You don't have to subscribe every month. You don't have to. You don't have to. You get it when you can afford it, and that's it, just like everybody else. I don't got Game Pass right now. You see me complaining? I haven't had Game Pass for 3 months because I can't afford it right now because I'm doing other things that are more important. But I still get to play my games that I already have on that library that I bought. So I don't have to worry about it. It's called being a gamer. It comes with the territory. And we pay less now than we ever did before. And people still complaining. Right, bro, I can't, I don't, not for me? No. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I really don't. I can't. And people, I know people, oh, but you crazy. People can't afford it. Listen, everybody has issues and problems. The economy's fucked up. Go cry to Joe Biden and his administration. Stop crying to Xbox. Go cry to him because he made it the way it is right now. He fucked everything up. COVID fucked everything up. Okay? Don't blame Microsoft. Blame those situations and what the things were done. That's not nothing to do with anybody else. Okay? And like I said, if you can't afford it 1 month, then just don't subscribe. We're not going to die. We're supposed to have a game library, right? We're supposed to have back catalog. Go play it. That's what I've been doing. You don't see me complaining. That's what I do. My kids got Game Pass. I can't even use their shit. Because then I would have to make mine the home console or them the home console. And I don't want to do that. I play my fucking games, and that's it. Because I have a library game. We got plethora of games. We're not on like PlayStation. We can't play 3 generations or 4 generations back and for free that we already own. I got all kinds of consoles all the way until the fucking that we got now. The only thing I don't got is the retro shit. All my older stuff because I had to trade it in when I was younger so that I can get the new stuff. And that's why I don't have that, like the Saturn, the 64, the GameCube, the Dreamcast. No, I still have my Dreamcast, but you get the point. Back in the day, we had to trade in our old shit just to get the new shit because we didn't have nothing free or nothing given to us. We had no options. You motherfucker, that you're supposed to be adults with actual, money in your pocket now because you're older, right? And you've been able to work and do stuff, and you still complain. And you still complain when half of you are gonna get it anyway through your channel with your subscribers and your supporters paying for your shit anyway, and you don't even pay for it out of your pocket. You still complaining. Griffin Gaming, one of them complaining every fucking time. Motherfuckers like fucking Fratanga or fucking Alex. Oh, like not Alex, but the other dude. What's his fucking name? Fuck, I forgot his name. Oh shit! That's fucking that fucking retard. That's a pony motherfucker. Like Reforge Gaming, nigga. You know he don't spend no money on Xbox. Like, dude, shut up. You get the shit free. Your audience buy it for you. You don't pay for nothing. Stop the clownery. We ain't pay for shit. We don't got subscribers like that. We don't got supporters like that. We buy it out of our own pocket. We're the real fucking gamers, not you. The hell, bro. I can't. I go on social and all I want to do is fucking throw up. Motherfuckers make me sick.
I don't worry about it, dude, because that's what look, dude, I don't want to be hypocritical, but I mean, this is why I always said to people, because people like even the gaming media, right? They would always say like, "Oh, this is the free games you're getting," and I always would say this: "No, they're not free, dude. You're paying for it. Right? Yep. Every month you pay a subscription service. Now, the great thing about it is that it's such a great value that you think it's free." And I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm glad Microsoft is rolling this dice, dude. I said that a couple weeks ago, right? Because, like I said earlier in the podcast, every time something happens, dude, Microsoft always takes the back seat. To the consumers, to the gaming media, to the ponies who and the people like you mentioned that don't even buy the console, don't support the games, aren't in the ecosystem, right? And then now they're finally, at least to me, right? They're finally stepping up and saying, "Look, you know what? We're gonna own this, right? We're gonna move forward." Right? If you want to rock with us, you don't have to rock with us. But at the end of the day, man, like you're saying, right? At the end of the day, with Xbox, dude, there's a multitude of options, that you can take advantage of. And that's what I mean. We can talk about that. But for me, when I look at all this kind of stuff, dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude, I'm pretty happy, right? Because at the end of the day, this affects us.
Absolutely,
this affects the guys like us who actually rock out with the system. So either you're gonna rock out or you're not gonna rock out. But I'm like you. I believe 100% that when these guys, it's just like how you're saying about how the economy, how the country is, right? Like 4 years ago or even 8 years ago, how people took stuff for granted, right? And then now these last 4 years, people realize how bad stuff is. Somebody that voted for this loser, right, is all sitting there going like this. And they're like, "Oh, damn, man, I'm going to have to go to war."
The man is senile. He don't even know how to take a piss without help from his wife. And you're going to tell me that he's going to be able to run the country. Like, think about that.
Well, the thing is, though, right? It's just like sometimes you got to go through that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to go through that to get the realization. It's like, oh wow, actually, this isn't so bad. So some of you guys, like Hebot is saying, dude, I guarantee it, man. Especially once Xbox and Microsoft take over, because that is going to happen. Right? And that's a podcast for another time. But when this finally happens, right, and then you guys are going to sit there and realize it's like, okay, it wasn't so bad. Because the reality of it is, man. I know the media and then the haters out there saying that no Xbox guys don't buy games. The reality is none of you guys buy games. In fact, the people that call them say, "Yeah, you guys ain't gamers, man." I say this all the time. You guys are not gamers, dude. Gamers, we in the culture. We buy our games. We buy our stuff, right? But a lot of you guys, and Xbox helped expose this, man. Xbox exposed. As great as Xbox is, man, a lot of you guys do not buy games. Most of you guys do not even play games. Right? And I'm not talking like how like you was talking about Hebot or even my friend at work, dude. He can't get Game Pass because he has 2 kids. Like he's so addicted to games. Like if it's either he gets Game Pass and ignores his kids, and pisses off his wife, or he's just got to put gaming on the side.
Right.
That's what he decided to do. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking all of you guys who like to do the videos, but you guys don't play the games. Right? And that's a big problem. And Microsoft saw this years ago. This is why you have Game Pass. So Game Pass is created for all of us, right? So you're sharing in the burden of the cost of video games because you have Game Pass, right? So you don't have to buy the game. Yeah, but the funny thing is, you can still buy the game. Like Cygnus, I know what you said here. Like, I can't do. I'm paying 300 plus a year and not own anything at the end of it, bro. You know how many games I have, and I subscribe to Game Pass
Is
because
that when you're doing Game Pass, you know they're not going to have any ownership. But the difference is you're going to be able to play all those games without having to buy them. So you're
no,
still getting a benefit out of it.
I'm telling you, Microsoft figured it out, dude. Because Microsoft realized a long time ago, right, that you guys don't buy games day one when it
So you
matters.
so it makes more sense, right? I'm sorry to cut you off, brother. It makes more sense to buy 4 games in a year that you own and pay the same amount as you would for Game Pass. Does that really make more sense when you got hundreds and hundreds of games you can play on Game Pass? And most of the games that you're gonna play on Game Pass is games that you wouldn't even bother to buy in the first place. Because you're not
No,
gonna spend the money if you don't know what you're buying.
yeah, that's what Microsoft figured out. Because a lot of people say day one buy. You guys ain't buying
Right.
it day one, man. That's when you need the money the most, right? To recover the cost to make a profit. If that day one purchase,
Absolutely.
you guys ain't doing it. Microsoft figured that out, and that's how they came up with Game Pass. So if you're
I
not
would
gonna
love
buy
to
it day
know.
one, if you're not gonna buy it day one, we're gonna get you on the monthly.
Yeah, I would love to know how these people think that Microsoft is gonna be able to recover the cost and keep bringing out AAA games without trying to get the cost in some area that they offer to the consumer. I would love to know how you think they're gonna do that. I would love to know
Well,
because
Microsoft,
when Sony and Nintendo don't do jack shit for their fan base, so they don't do jack shit, and I'll say it again, they do jack shit for their fan base. Everybody's pretty fucking happy. Everybody has no problem, no issues. They keep supporting them. But yet when somebody else does it because they have money, oh, they could afford it. They just got to give us this free. How dare they? Like, what? This is going to benefit us long term also because the more money they make, that means the continued support and the continued influx of AAA games, AA games, indie games, third party games will continue to come to Game Pass.
look, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this right. Microsoft already figured this stuff out. They ran the numbers, man, and they know what the buying habits are of everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna roll. This is why they roll in with that. This is why your subscription's going up. Now, granted, like the global economy is trash right now, dude. Had none of this stuff happened, if the economy was good right now, the subscriptions would have continued and growing. So they probably could have offset all this kind of stuff. Because the more subscribers you have, more people buying into the system, the more
Mm-hmm.
money, more influence, and more power they have. This is what people don't.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that being said, because the economy slowed down, everything's out of crawl, right? They're course correcting. But at the end of the day, dude, I'm guaranteeing you, man, they know this. They look at your buying habits and they're gonna roll that dice because at the end of the day, you guys, especially you guys online, especially you guys who are so-called gamers, man, you sit there and you bitch and moan and you talk about all this kind of stuff, greedy corporations and all this crap, but you guys don't buy jack, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sad reality of it. You guys do not buy enough to keep this industry going. This is why me and he bought our adamant.
Forever.
We grew up in a time because we built this. We helped build this, dude.
Yeah.
I would give up like gaming, comic books, and gaming. Right, the stuff that I like, those were the forefront of my hobbies that I would do. Right, so
Mm-hmm.
you forego everything else. Right. Luckily for me, I was already a nerd, dude. I don't go out and drink, dude. I don't buy expensive clothes. Right, I never bought the
Mm-hmm.
latest shoes. I didn't get caught up in all that stuff. But this is the ecosystem that I was in growing up. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So they look at what you guys are doing, and at the end of the day, they're like, dude, let's roll the dice because these guys ain't buying stuff anyway. You guys do not buy games. Is what I'm trying to
Not
say.
enough. They're not. But it's not enough games being bought, and that's why they had to do these different types of moves.
These guys will do stuff like they'll listen to these stupid people out there and buy a game they think is good. A game they probably won't need because they don't play. Number one, you don't play games. You don't know what kind of games you like or don't like, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and this is why a lot of times when people would get Game Pass and they would try a game, they'd be like, "Oh wow, that game's pretty cool." You had a
Yes,
the whole thing's Phil Spencer
that's
talked
the
about.
general consensus with Game Pass almost 90% of the time.
Yeah. So Phil Spencer would talk about this. Sarah Bond has been hammering this home, right? It is a point of entry. It is a point of entry for you guys. That's why a lot of people be like, "Oh wow, I played this game. It's actually pretty good." Because you guys wouldn't have bought it, dude. Because it doesn't say COD, it doesn't say Fortnite, it doesn't say Madden, right? It's not a blockbuster one that if I'm being honest with you, you guys have been engineered to buy. And maybe you
Mm-hmm.
guys like the game or not, but you can't tell me, dude. And I experienced this years ago, dude.
Forever.
This years ago with PlayStation when Final Fantasy VII hit. Because all
Uh-huh.
the people I knew bought Final Fantasy VII, had no idea that it was an RPG that was turn-based. They looked at the
Well,
commercials, they saw the cutscenes, they were blown away by it. They thought that's how the game was going to play, like a movie. Then they started
forever.
playing it. Oh, just 1 second. Then they
Forever.
started playing it, right? And when they started playing it, they realized, right? They realized that, oh, this is not a game that I thought. Yeah, because you guys.
Hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
Forever. Elden Ring is a perfect example. It sold like 13, 15 million copies, and only 1.6% of people beat the first boss. They went out and bought it based on hype, based on, oh my God, this is going to be the greatest game ever. And 90% of the audience that bought it didn't like the fucking game. It wasn't for them. They didn't even play the fucking game. The other 10% that were Souls fans are the ones who enjoyed it. Okay? And you saw the numbers, how drastically they dropped when the DLC just dropped. The DLC just dropped, and only the people that actually like it bought it. But the numbers were, and the disparity in the numbers are fucking retarded compared to what it sold. Because that shows you that that's what people do. If it's popular, go buy. They don't know what they like. They only go with what's popular. They only go with what people talk about. Like, oh yeah, they talking about it. It's got to be good. It's got to be. And it could be straight trash. That's what we're seeing with the PlayStation 5 console. It's a trashy console, very piece of shit, very fucking anemic. It does a lot of stupid shit, like paywall shit, a lot of features not there. And people still buy it with the idea of, oh, they got great games. They got great games. So I go to the store, I'm struggling, right? And this is where there's an oxymoron. Because everybody's complaining that they're broke, right? That is too much money. That times are hard, right? But at the same time, the argument is they're trying to say is it's better for us to go to the store and pay $75 with tax for a game than pay $20 for Game Pass a month and have access not to one game, but 400 plus. You see the irony in that? Do you see the oxymoron in that shit? That is the most oxymoron shit you could ever see. You're broke, but you'd rather pay for one game 75 and not 20 for 400 plus games on Game Pass because you're worrying about ownership. When half the games you're going to play, or more than half, you might not even want to own. There's only certain types of games you're going to want to own. Your favorites. You're not going to want to own every game, but this still doesn't mean you won't want to play it. You'll play it, enjoy it, and that's it. You move on. You see how that's an oxymoron? You're complaining that the times are hard, but you'd rather pay for one game 75 instead of 20 and have access to over 400 plus games. I don't get it. Please tell me if I'm stupid, if I'm old and senile, if I'm retarded, what did I miss? Because I don't get that. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. Because at the same time, not only do you have access to all that, you can still go out and buy the games that they got there, even with a discount price, every single one. And you can buy it at your own leisure. When you have some money and you're more stable and you buy it.
That's what people are
So
doing.
again,
Right? That's what people are doing two things. And Cygnus, this is to your 10 million, whatever. People are not buying the games at all, or they're waiting for the games to go on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft figured this out. This is what I'm telling you. You guys ain't doing the ecosystem right. Because what you could there's a ton of stuff you can do because Microsoft is the only company, honestly, with the brand that they have right now, the ecosystem that they have, is giving you multiple choice. Right? That's why all of this stuff where people are talking about, okay, I'm not happy about the price. Okay, fine. Then don't, like Keybot said, don't subscribe. Or don't subscribe for a couple months. Or do what other people do, like 100. He goes to like a Sega Man 100, right? They go to CD Keys or that other place. They get it at a cheaper price. I do what I do. I accumulate points because I buy into the ecosystem. I accumulate points, and every month I've accumulated so many points. Every month that my Game Pass is paid for, and then I can pay for my daughter's one because my daughter uses Game Pass.
That's another option.
Yeah,
that Microsoft did. You could use your Bing points to buy Game Pass monthly.
and
If you're consistent, you could pay it every month. Sony gave you a reward system and then took that shit away.
Yeah.
The only way you get points now is if you just buy a game flat out. Microsoft don't do that.
So this is what I'm talking about, though, right? you have choices, right? So a lot of the stuff, hot takes, everybody's have those reactions. Look, all these guys you hear, all these talking heads, they don't have Xbox, they don't play Xbox, they don't play Game
Yeah.
Pass.
The ones
Right?
talking the loudest don't got shit.
At the end of the day, dude, if you're in this ecosystem, right, all you need to figure out, right, is how can I use it to my advantage, right? There's something called a wish list, guys, right? If
Yep.
you have like five, say you have 5 games, but you can only afford one, all you have to do is add the games you like on a wish list. And I'm telling you, Microsoft all the time has sales. They have sales every day of every week.
Yeah.
Because all in my inbox, on my email, I get constantly bombarded by them.
And that's the first alert you get when a game is on sale. It tells you.
You have 10 games on sale. You have 5 games on sale. You have this game on sale. Oh, look, we have a special offer for you. It's like nonstop, dude. It's so a lot of you guys who are losing your mind and stuff like that. And then and just like Keep said, but then you guys don't make any sense either because you're complaining about this and then you're gonna pay $70 per game, which we know you ain't. You're not gonna pay 70. You guys ain't paying $70 right now. That's why this industry is collapsing. This is why people are getting laid off, dude. This is why companies is closing. This is why you have consolidation, like this jackass game. I told me to consolidate, because I said something about Sega, about Microsoft buying Sega. I was like, consolidation is bad. Dude,
And this is why you see a lot of companies doing smaller projects. You see way more indies than AAA because it's a more affordable route and option.
But at the end of the day, you guys don't buy those games either.
Yeah,
You guys just don't buy. The problem is you guys do not buy games.
Yeah, they don't.
This entire industry is $1 billion industry. Is being run by 4 or 5 games.
Imagine being a person that buys only 5 games a year, and yet you're the one speaking the loudest.
Yeah, because you have time. You know why you're speaking the loudest? Because you have time, right? Because
Right.
you don't play games.
Well, you don't play games, exactly. Or imagine being that guy on YouTube with multitudes of subscribers and super chats and donations and Patreons and PayPals that get money every month from all these people that support them because they think they're actually real gamers. And they're buying all their shit with these people's money, other people's money, but yet you were the first one complaining that why Microsoft putting up the fucking Game Pass $3 a month.
Right.
If Microsoft if Microsoft really wanted to, they could put Game Pass up to $30 a month, and it's still worth every penny and every cent.
Yeah, because if you do it up, if you raise the price on that, right? It's what's you see that happen in the economy now.
Listen,
right? So what people are realizing is that the mass audience is not buying on that level. They're going to raise the price, and the people that can afford to do it, that's how they're going to make the profit.
Listen, let's keep it 100. Microsoft could have Game Pass right now at $70 a month, and it's still worth it because you're paying $70 for one game. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One game versus 400 plus. New games, day and date, exclusive, third party, independent, and everything else under the book. You pay $70 a month, you're still getting access to all those games versus the one that you bought. And it's like when my brother Sega Forever said so eloquently, most people wait until the fucking game is on sale, and that is diminished returns. You are not helping a company, okay, flat out, or a developer when you're buying a game that costs $70 at $30. I'm sorry, I hate to bust your bubble, but you're not helping them. That's called diminished returns. All you're doing is creating more engagement to the game, like they do with Game Pass, with no profits. There's no profits. Okay? Sony probably makes a penny or $1 in Nintendo for each game they sell at that price. Because they got to pay everybody else. Okay? From shipping, storage, the people who do the box art, the people who make the box art and print it out for them, people who print the disc, all those people got to get paid. So don't think they're making no money because you bought the game at 35. Oh, I support it. I bought it for 35. Bro, my son just got Forspoken for PlayStation for $15. Mm-hmm. I bought Shenmue 3 for PlayStation for $2.50. You think that's helping? You think that's supporting? No. My friend Jorge, that's the biggest pony in the fucking planet. That motherfucker just bought Stellar Blade. Why? Because the game was $40 on sale or some shit like that. He found it for some shit like that. Okay? He bought it on sale. That's what all the people are doing. It's very few people, because myself included, I buy games on sale. The only games I go out my way and spend full price is the games that I know 100% without a shadow of a doubt that I love. Like Space Marines 2 that's coming out. That's already paid for. Ultimate Edition, thanks to the help from my boy Unlimited as well. Paid for it. That was $150. And I didn't think about it twice because I know that's the game I love. Years Award day one. Day one. I don't give a fuck if it's an ultra triple 100 condition price. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna buy it. And if I can't afford the big triple $300 one, I'll buy the regular one. The point is I'm going to buy it day one. No question. I don't care if it's on Game Pass. I am going to own it. It's mine. You see what I'm saying?
You know the sad thing about all of this is, dude. You know, like
No.
the
I'm
sad
pretty
thing
sure
about
you're gonna put a very good perspective on why is this sad.
well, the sad thing about all of this, right, is this is what you do in life, right? Look, everybody will want to drive a Ferrari for the most part. Everybody has
Absolutely.
this dream vehicle or a dream house they want to live in, a dream vehicle they want to drive. But at the
Something,
end of the
something.
day,
Right.
yeah, at the end of the day, that's not the reality of it, right?
Nope.
Unless you got it that good. And if you do have it good, that's few and far between. This industry can't run on that, dude. So you have all these people. We have hundreds of millions, and if according to Sony, 500 million. Sony guys, right?
With their fake numbers. Yeah.
And you mean to tell me that 500 million gamers, quote unquote gamers, and this industry can't sustain itself? This is what I'm talking about, man. You guys are full of it, dude. And you guys have been this way for a long time. Right? And Microsoft has sat there and has taken it for 10 years. Because we sat there with them taking it for 10 years. This is
Oh
why I
yeah.
get pissed off. Right? This is why I wanted to do nuclear option everything. Right? Because I know that they know. Right? And they know that people like me, Hebot Unlimited, the people in our crew, they know that we know. Right? This is all BS. And at the end of the day, for me, I'm just like, just put a nail in the coffin and knock these dudes out. Because at the end of the day, right, the people that's going to stick around in gaming, they won't have any more options. Right? Because the sad reality, like I said, dude, you have all these millions of people that own these consoles, right? And you guys aren't buying accordingly to the number of people that have the console itself, and it's not transcribing to the software owned. So you guys can sit there and cry all you want about $70 games. I want to own my games. Dude, you guys don't even buy it. You guys don't buy nothing. You're just like
Absolutely
everybody
not.
else at the end of the day, right? You guys wait for the milk to go on sale, right? You guys wait for the bread. You wait for 2-day-old bread, right? You guys wait for when you guys go to drive through McDonald's, you ask the person for the $2 menu.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys sit there and talk about, like, dude, it's easy to see. And Microsoft known this for years, right? Because they listened to you in the beginning, right? They did what you guys wanted to do.
Yeah.
A couple of years, right? They tried to give everything you guys wanted, and it still wasn't enough. And then when Phil took over, then he realized, well, you know what? These guys, I don't think they really mean what they say. And so they came up with their own game plan, and that game plan was Game Pass. And I'm all for it. And I'm glad
They're trying to be them. They're trying to be their own identity, and now it's still a problem. Dude, forever, it's like that dude that lives, for example, I don't know if you can correlate with it, but I can relate with it, but I can definitely relate with it. And people that grew up in, like, in the suburb, in the urban hood like myself will also relate to it. It's always that one guy in the hood, right? That he won't necessarily sell drugs or anything like that, right? But have decent job, save up all his money, buy a nice car, right? Like he'll buy like a nice Cadillac Escalade, right?
Yeah.
He has it hooked up with rims to the T. And then every time he goes get gas, he goes to a gas station that don't even have a name. It's called the It gas station, putting watered down gas in his tank, and it's fucking up his engine because that shit is not even real gas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the only way he could afford to have that car. Or he'll go to McDonald's and eat from the dollar menu, even though he may be hungry as fuck, right? Or when he goes to fucking buy food, he goes to the dollar store and buys ramen soup for $1 because he can't afford real food. Just so that he can shine with the sneakers he wears, with the car he bought, or with the jewelry he has on. Those are what we call posers, right? That's a poser. If that's the whole problem with these dudes, they'll act like, oh yeah, we got it like that. Yeah, it's better. We do things like this. But then when you see them get put to the test and you see, okay, so now you got to pay $3 extra a month for Game Pass to have both tiers. the online and the gaming aspect, because we're trying to, make up for costs. And they're the first one crying, but these are the same dudes talking about, yeah, I have an expensive ass rig, I got expensive ass cars, I get expensive things, I get expensive furniture, expensive electronics, I buy only the best, I got all this shit. That's how they act. All the time they're talking all that and trying to act like they got it like that. And then the minute that fucking somebody said, well, you got to pay me an extra $1 a month. Oh, you crazy? What? I can afford that? What? You see what I'm saying? But then are the first ones to say, no, but you got to keep giving me triple A's. You got to give me a reason to own an Xbox. You got to keep feeding me the good shit. You got to keep games exclusive. Nah, don't put no more games anywhere else. Bro, the whole reason why Microsoft has to put games somewhere else is so that they can make more money, because they're spending more than anybody else. And at the same time, trying to help developers and giving them freedom. Because they said it clear as day. Like the guy that's doing Doom, the developer, he said, well, I wanted to put it on a PlayStation. I asked them, and they said, okay, you could. Let's go do that. But if a fucking person says, no, I don't want to, I just want to hear, that's what they'll do. But then you want to blame them. Oh, they're putting it there because they're not making no money, because they broke ass. Like, bro, you got to stop. You want to scrutinize them and call them broke ass, but then when they do moves so that they don't be broke ass and they can afford the moves that they're making, then you call them greedy monsters. Oh, they're greedy bastards. All they care about is money. Do you see how that contradicts itself?
Well, I'm glad that Microsoft has finally stepped in and is supporting them, right? Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of people can't stand that kind of stuff. I, for one, love it, right? Because it's over. It's over, dude. We've gotten this far. It's just like the economy now, dude. There is no side store to go to. There's no hidden place to go grab a cheap lunch. Everything is expensive, right? Yeah. Everything, all across the board. And this is how it is. This is how it is in gaming, right? Because for me, I know again, and I've learned this over the last 4 or 5 years, man. I'd rather trust Microsoft and Xbox than any of you clowns out there, because you guys, like I said, dude, you guys is full of. I don't want to use a bad word. I'm just saying, right? And then these, at least in Microsoft, they're looking at it and they're crunching the numbers, right? Microsoft stepped in and they were like, look, you're making profit, but we have a margin that we want to hit. And that's probably why they're doing it. Then they look at how you guys buy stuff, and they're like, you know what? At the end of the day, if we raise the price on this, we'll cover all this and we'll make the profit and hit the targets we want. So at the end of the day, if I'm being honest with you, if you have nobody else to blame but yourselves. You guys ain't gamers. You guys, you need to have a reality check. You guys don't.
Listen, if let's say next year, right? Let's just say, right? And this is a hypothetical, right? If next year you see Microsoft announce, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna have GTA 6 launching on Game Pass. None of these motherfuckers are gonna say anything ever again. And then that'll completely cement what we've been telling you. That they had to make these moves to do big deals and bigger deals as they go forward in the future. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but at this point right now, you know what I mean? It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. So just full steam ahead.
No matter what they do, you're absolutely right, 1,000%. Yeah.
Full steam ahead, dude. Because then what you'll separate the wheat from the chaff. And like he said so eloquently earlier, right? What happens is people will realize, oh, okay, this wasn't such a bad deal after all.
Yeah.
Because they have.
And you also separate from the people that really want to support the brand and the ones that don't.
Well, and then hopefully, like finally, when these other people die off, right, and then you don't have a choice.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, dude, I'm telling you, man, they just don't do stuff to do stuff. I mean, that's not Microsoft's MO, especially with their brands, right? Sometimes I think they're a little bit too number heavy. They crunch a little bit too hard, right? But right now, I would rely on that rather than relying on the gaming media, right? On the gaming community, you guys are absolutely trash. You guys suck. I'm just at the end of the day, that's the bottom line. And then I'll say this, and even if everything falls apart, I will happily drink the tears from you guys. That's how bad it is in this gaming community. That's how far gone we are. That when everything comes crashing down, I still can sit back, relax, get my cup, soak up all your tears, and drink it. That would give me joy. Even if everything comes collapsing and falling down. Because at the end of the day, dude, I lived it. I lived this life, dude. I put on just me and Hebot, guys like me and Hebot. We built this up. We built this industry. We did that. So I could care less what you guys get or don't get. That's how irritated I am right now with all you guys.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a
Yeah.
fucking fact. You speaking truth. You're speaking knowledge. It's like now you got people like Colin Moriarty saying, "Hey guys, why are you complaining? Because we don't have a lot of triple A's. We've been having triple A's all the time. Just relax. Give them time. Let them cook. Let them do what they need to do. They need to do real financial decisions that make sense to help the company continue for the future." When we said that, when Microsoft didn't have certain things going for a little for like 2 or 3 years because they had to reestablish themselves. They had to buy actual studios so that they could have first party studios because they never had none. They only had five. Everybody was like, "Oh, why would we buy a supported company or a console if they don't have nothing to offer? Look, they don't get nothing. All you're getting is third party games, smaller games." But now it's a different story because Sony's going through that. Sony's going through the growing pains while Microsoft is set and going forward, right?
And Microsoft was right. So where's the apology?
Right,
Where's all
and
the
they were
apology?
right. Exactly.
They
And
did not. They only had five studios because I'm pretty sure they saw it and realized even back then that you guys didn't buy games. You guys do
yeah,
not support the games. They
yeah,
spend millions of dollars on these games and then you guys don't buy it, right? And this is why they didn't have multiple studios. But then they came along with Game Pass. That was their answer. Because regardless if you buy the game or not, you at least the people will subscribe to the service. This is why they're putting everything everywhere. They're gonna get their money from everybody.
yeah, yeah.
This is
And they
what you
got
guys
to
don't understand.
they do the analytics, the mathematics, and they're like, okay, if we do this, we do this, this will do this, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen, this will create this will create that, this will give us opportunity here. They're not stupid, okay. The problem is that people think because they have money that they're being greedy with every decision they make.
Yeah,
No, they make their
everything is greedy. Everything is greedy.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I
But their decisions they're making is to continue making money for the company so that they can continue to do things that they're doing. You see what I'm saying?
mean? Yeah. See, the funniest thing that
I would have been pissed off, and then I would say, yeah, 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 that's kind of fucked up because that's something else. If they would have said, you know what, you're now going to pay $25 a month for Game Pass, but no longer will you have no more day and date or third party. You'll just have older games, and if you want new stuff, you got to buy it $70 a month. Then I can understand why you're pissed. I get it. I get it. Okay, now you have a reason to be pissed. I got it. But for them to tell you, well, you can keep the core pass, you still be able to play the games, but you just won't get the day and dates, right? But if
yeah, but
you pay $3, you'll get the day and dates,
this is what I
right?
want them
Because
to
it.
do. This is what I want them to do, Hibato. This is what I want them to do. I want them to sit there and ask themselves why. Why would
Mhm.
Microsoft do something that would be considered anti-consumer or not in their best interest? It's not because they choose to do it, right? They know how to make money. They're making money. They've been consumer friendly for over 10 years. So
Mhm.
I want these people to at least sit there and acknowledge the fact that it's more than just a greedy corporation.
Yes.
There's something going on within the industry. There's something going on with the way with people's spending habits. Like what's happening in the economy today. This is why this country is in trouble right now, right? Because
Mhm.
people don't take the time to sit down and look at things clearly and honestly and deal with this stuff, realistically. And this is why, we're in the trouble that we're in now.
They rather sit back and play the victim role, right? Even though they never got victimized at any point whatsoever, right? They want to ignore the reality, keep pointing fingers at where it's easy to point at instead of taking responsibilities for themselves
Yeah,
and
because
their
a lot of
actions,
this,
right?
because my point is, a lot of this falls back on you guys.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it, guys. It falls back on you. You guys, like Heba said earlier, you asked for all these stuff, but you ain't really to fork over the money for it.
That's right.
That's the
Well,
bottom line.
it's like when we had the riots, right? Everybody said blame Trump, right? Donald Trump didn't tell people to go out rioting and acting stupid. And you know how many cities got destroyed and fucked up? And then this so-called Black Lives Matter movement said they were raising money to help these inner cities that got fucked up and fell on fire during the riots. And no one did nothing. And then they raised almost $1 billion, 98 million plus or 900 million plus, whatever. And they didn't give a dime to the community. Instead, they were giving it to gay organizations, buying their own self stuff, like beautiful houses, and everybody wants to act a blind eye to that, even though the proof is there. They killed that poor black man that was protecting his fucking business, right? In front of everybody, slaughtered him, right? And it was a bunch of young kids. And unfortunately, they were from the same race. They were black. but you want to point the finger at the white man because you don't like his way of doing things because he's a businessman. He's not a politician. He's straightforward. He tells you how it is, and people don't want to hear it, and that's why they don't like it because he tells you how it is straight from the hip. Okay, and most of these people today, they have no spine. They're weak. They want people. Oh, I want people to feel sorry for me. No, I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me. I want people to help me by giving me support, but I want to be strong, and the only way you're gonna be strong is by fighting, not having people feeling sorry for you. That's not the way the world works. Okay, when you got little kids in Africa that have no food, dying, looking like skeletons, then they still survive on a daily. You think I'm gonna sit there and cry and be like, "Oh, feel sorry for me"? No, fuck that. Those are the kids that need help. Those are the people that need help, not me. So I don't want you to feel sorry for me. I want you to give me a guiding hand, support, yes, emotional support or mental support, yes, but not. I don't want to sit there and play the sorry role. No, that's not how that works. I was hurt my leg. I almost lost my leg, right? Or I could have lost my leg, and you saw I barely talked about it. You guys know because you guys are my friends. You didn't see me telling me, "Boo, come on, help me out." Give me I need a GoFundMe, please, which I could have done, right? Because I have to pay shit, and it made things worse. But I didn't do that because that's not how we're built. We are fighters. We were built to be strong from the very beginning. Our parents, our mother, they raised us by themselves. They raised us with our parents. They told us, be a man. Fight for what you want and need. Don't ever ask and play the petty role. Play listen, they're racist. I don't give a fuck. You racist to me. As long as you don't hit me, touch me, words don't hurt me. Racism is going to exist every time, everywhere. You can't stop it. You can only try to help it, but you can't stop it because that's not the reality of life. Because racism comes from not knowing each other's culture. That's where it stems from. Having indifferences in our culture. That's where it stems from. It doesn't stem from actually hating people. It stems from not understanding each other's culture and having so much differences in each other's culture. That's where racism comes from. Okay, racism is just a nice word to use to blame and call people, "Oh, you're a bad guy, but this person isn't." Don't promote it. Absolutely not. It's bad. But I'm not the type of person. You know how many people call me a. Listen, one time me and my wife were in the car. I was driving. I had a phone in my hand because my son was texting me that he was out. This was when my son was younger. It was late. We were running late, and he was by himself out in the schoolyard, and he was waiting for us. And we were trying to rush. And I was in a town called Wallington, New Jersey, right? Coming to go get my son, right? And what did I do? I fucking got pulled over. This cop chased us almost 2 blocks. I didn't even know he was chasing us because there was other cars behind us. And he pulled us over in the corner. There was a bunch of little kids coming out of school, crossing the street with the crossing guard. And he stopped me at gunpoint, me and my wife. And he was white, okay, at gunpoint. Just because I had a phone in my hand. I didn't have a gun. I wasn't doing anything like hurting anybody. I literally had stopped. I literally had stopped because I was trying to let the little kids cross the street. And he had us at gunpoint and didn't put the gun down. Did not put the gun down until right? Until we got out of the car. So I'm going to automatically say he was racist. He probably was. He was a white man. Maybe he was. But I didn't let that cry. I listened to whatever he told us to do. I said, "No problem, sir." Got out of the situation. Did what I had to do moving forward, and no issues whatsoever. It was done. I didn't sit there and feel sorry for him. I went to court. They gave me a break on the ticket because I never got disrespectful. I never said anything stupid. I never said, "Oh, you're being a racist." He probably was because he knew I was Spanish. Right? You can see that I was Spanish. Gunpoint because I had a phone. But I don't play the I want you to feel sorry for me role. Okay? You got to know how to react and how to conduct yourself in every different situation. Point blank period. Let's stop blaming people and let's do what we got to do individually as adults and people in society. Let's do our part. Let's play our part and stop pointing fingers. Okay? And that's the problem. Everybody want to point fingers at somebody else. Oh, it's that person. It's that fault. Oh, it's their fault. And in this case, it's always Microsoft's fault. Even though they're the only ones, like you said, for over 10 years, have been the most consumer-friendly company. It's Microsoft fault. It's Microsoft fault. It's Microsoft fault. What the fuck has Nintendo and Sony done for you in 10 years? Nothing. Everything you've done is came out of your pocket. You've had to pay them full price for everything that they've offered you. There has not been one thing that I haven't offered you that you haven't paid. And twice you pay for a VR that then they killed off after you invested in it. Right? For example, these are the types of things that Sony has done, right? But Microsoft is the big bad wolf, right? Come on. That's why I said, like you said, I don't listen to none of all these dudes for me are just fake. And it's just getting worse and worse because you see it more and more all the time. You see it more and more all the time. And then they try to act like they're the ones, oh, we're buying shit, we're supporting shit. When you go see, they're they probably buy maybe, like I said, maybe 5 games a year and a couple of peripherals. And more half of them, they get it for free anyway. Oh, the channel, thank you. This was donated by such and such, so I can review it and I can show it off on my channel. And you stop. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, for me, it's like the hypocrisy of it all. Right? That's what bugs me the most, right? Because like you said, Microsoft is held to a certain standard. Everybody else is not.
Stop.
And I understand. Look, dude, I'm not dumb, guys. I know why people do certain things, especially when it comes to social media. Understandably so. But a lot of other people are just dumb and hypocritical at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And this is why this bothers me. I could care less if they raise the price on this, right? Because, like I said, dude, life is about choices. If you can't afford it, then unsubscribe, right? Or if you can't afford it, right, look at what your other expenses are, right, and then adjust accordingly. Like, do you like Xbox more than Netflix? Do you like Xbox more than Disney Plus? You know what I'm saying? That is the economy as it is now. This is what you're dealing with, right? But for some reason, everybody else gets a pass, but everybody just dumps on Microsoft. And that gets old, especially as a guy like me who's been supporting the system since Xbox One, right? And even before that, with the original Xbox, the OG Xbox, right? But with the Xbox One especially, right? I've been having to listen to people bitch and moan and complain, right? People that don't even buy games, people that don't own the system, right? Microsoft, because it's such a big corporation, they suck all the air out of the room, right? So then you got to deal with that as well, right? Because there's a lot of people making content because it gets views. There's people that I follow, man, that talk about stuff outside of gaming, and even they're covering it, right? Because that gives them clicks, that gives them views, which also tells me that you guys don't play games. That so many people have enough time to watch all this stuff, right? Because I don't listen to anybody outside of the people in the circle. The only thing I keep up with is what goes on social media because it's easy to see. It's patterns. All you do is look at the patterns, right? And you follow the narrative, and it's so it's so easy to see that you don't even have to do a lot of work or research looking at it. It's always the same thing. This comes out instead of people looking at it honestly. People are looking at how they're going to adjust. People looking at it like how they're going to take advantage of this because you can. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of stuff you can do with this, right? Because at the end of the day, you're going to pay money. Whether it's more on Game Pass, whether it's for $70 games, whether if you go to another system because Microsoft pissed you off, you're going to be paying over there. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, right? But because people are just so emotional now, or get caught up in their crap, or you get some kind of like how people in politics have TDS, and they let that influence their actual vote, even though there's the detriment of their own personal
brother,
wealth.
the entitlement level that you see today is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
These
bad.
people are so goddamn entitled. They swear, oh, because I bought an Xbox, you got to do this for me. Sony's not doing it, so what's the difference? What's the difference? Microsoft actually giving you something, and yet you say they gotta give you more. But Sony and Nintendo are charging you way more and giving you way less, but yet they don't gotta give you more. Like, oh, how the fuck does that sound? What? Hello? Don't make no sense, do it.
Well, the thing is right, it's about their habits, right? So they're going to continue to do what they do, right? It's just going to wait for games to go on sale. They're not going to buy them day one, right? And this is why Microsoft is rolling the dice. They're like, look, we looked at everything. We see what. Oh, we lost you, but he'll be back. We see what they're doing, right? We see how they spend their money. We see how they can see everything that you do. This is why every year you get the report card. Microsoft sends you a report card, to show you what games you played, what genre they were. They do a pie chart breakdown, right? How much big points you have. They do all of that stuff, right? They break everything down so they see what your habits are. Now we can get into the security thing about all that kind of stuff in another video. That's here nor there. My point is what I'm trying to tell you guys is you guys have to learn how to work within the ecosystem to your best interest. Okay, so if you can't afford, like I said, if you can't afford Game Pass right now, then you quit, right? Or you go someplace else, get a cheaper subscription. Right now, Amazon and Best Buy are jumped on it already, right? They cut the cost of their cards, right? Because they're doing it in, they know people are going to buy it in bulk, right? They're going to get their money one way or the other. Hopefully you save money. You can get the Xbox credit card. You was talking about that, right? You just wait for the games to go on sale. Utilize the wish list. For me, I utilize the wish list just to keep track of all the games. We have so much content coming out, like it's nonstop. The content that's coming out that I can't keep up with it, just out of my own memory. The amount of games that Game Pass has coming in every month, on top of what they're dropping every week, is just too hard to keep track of, dude. I was going through like what was leaving the console, right? I was looking at what's leaving Game Pass, and then I picked up I can't even think of the name of the game I picked up. But there's one game that I wanted to keep. I pick it up. There's this other game that's leaving this month. I want to pick that up before it leaves next week. In fact, it leaves. Right, and then if you look at how much it's going to cost you, because you have Game Pass, they even give you a discount on the game. You're not paying full price for the game. Right? You got free to play games there. You got everything, dude. Everything that is in the gaming sphere is on the Xbox ecosystem. Right? And this is why I don't listen to most of you guys. Because if you guys were seriously Xbox gamers, or if you guys really gamed as much as you guys pretend that you guys game, then I wouldn't have to be doing videos like this. Because it's not the only time I talked about this. I talked about this. I know I'm not a big channel, but I've talked about this multiple times. Right? There's ways that you can have it work in your favor. But what you absolutely cannot do, like Keyboard just said, there's a lot of you guys are entitled, dude. Nothing's for free. And that's a sickening attitude that I get tired of. You can't afford everything. That's fine. Afford what you can. Enjoy what you have. That's why I also talk about that on the channel, dude. Look at what you got, not what you don't got. Right? Enjoy the things that you have, dude. I've been playing nothing but Warhammer. It's in Game Pass. Haven't bought the game yet. Saw that it was on sale. I'll probably pick it up. But there's a publisher sale going right now. Right? So the publisher sale, $23.99, so pick up the game. Right? I love Warhammer. Wouldn't mind paying $49 for it, or however much it was from the jump. But they put it in Game Pass, so I was playing there. So you know how I paid them back? Right? I buy stuff off of their store. So that helps me out. It helps them out. It helps everybody out. That's what you're doing. That's the purpose of all of this stuff. Not every corporation is greedy. In a lot of instances, it's not in their best interest to be greedy. Right? Because in gaming is a lot of competition, dude. And money's tight right now, dude. Businesses have to be competitive. Right? This is why when you go to McDonald's and you want to get a number one and it's $12, you can't go to Jack in the Box and say, "Oh, I'll just go to Jack in the Box and get a $4 meal." They don't have it either. Right? That's how bad the economy is right now.
I'm here.
Yeah, I got you, brother. Go ahead. You there? Oh.
Yeah. I said I'm here in case you were asking me. Just I'm talking to my wife at the house at the same time.
Oh, no worries.
I'm here. Go ahead. What was it you asked me, brother?
No. I was just commenting on what you said earlier, just reinforcing it with the entitlement.
No. Too entitled. It's beyond entitlement. Yeah, turn it off correctly. It's definitely entitlement because they've gotten so conditioned by Microsoft giving them so much that now it's like, oh no, you gotta give it to me. You better give it to me. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. That's what I said earlier, dude. I'm tired of that, dude. Those days are over. It should be over.
Yeah, it's over, dude. Stop. They gave you it, and they still, and let's be honest, at the end of the day, it's still giving you, because like I said, $3 a month, it's no big fucking deal. It really isn't. In the grand scheme of things, it really is. It's like I said, even if you paid realistically $70 a month for Game Pass, that's that's the cost of a purchase of one game, one per month. Okay, so even if you did it for 12 months, that's 12 games you bought in 1 year versus the hundreds of games you're going to get throughout the whole year, because you get new games every week, sometimes every 2 weeks, and every month. Every single time you're going to have access to games. And the reality is, you're not even going to have enough time to play all those games.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even if you unsubscribe, guess what? When you subscribe back again, you're going to have access to all those games again that you don't own. So you can still access them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was having this argument with my pony friend. He was trying to say, PlayStation give you real free games every month. You get PSN, and then they give you one free game a month. I said, if you don't have PSN, do they give it to you? No. If you unsubscribe from PSN for 2 months, can you play it? No. Then it's not fucking free, stupid.
Yeah, none of this stuff is free, guys. You're paying
Like,
for
what the
You're
fuck?
paying for it one way or the other. So
Yeah,
you
but
got
on
to
Game
decide-
Pass, I have to pay an extra $7 to get the other access to the games. Yeah, 400 plus, not one, stupid. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, at the end of the day, dude, you guys got to pay. That's the bottom line. So this is a good economics lesson for you guys because you guys need it. Because I'm
Yeah,
tired of hearing all this bitching and moaning. Right? You guys even make money off of this stuff. You make money, dude. If Microsoft
They're making
Xbox
money
went
off
away-
it. That's why they bitch. What do you think Griffin Gaming does what he does? Or Fratanga? Or That's So Alex? That's why they do it, to make money off the same people that think that they're actually vouching for them. When they tell you, man, these guys are so stupid, they're stealing from Microsoft. They know that you're going to believe that they really care about you as an audience, and you're going to keep coming, giving them $400 of super chat. You're going to keep buying them games, buying them consoles, donating shit, when they don't give a fuck. They just give a fuck that they know they got you trapped, and you're going to go listen to their fucking rants, hating on Xbox, because that's what you want to hear. People talking shit about Xbox. Because your problem is with Xbox, yourself as a human being, right? For whatever reason. That shit is retarded. How you have so much hate and problem with a company that doesn't do nothing to you personally, and all it does is take care of you every month, giving you the best bang for your buck. I don't understand that. I don't get it.
Like for me, at the end of the day, dude, sometimes I wish Microsoft and Xbox would go away because all of these places would just collapse.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If Microsoft went away, they'll see really the situation that gaming is in.
No content, gaming would die, right? There would be no Kotaku, right? Like I think Kotaku.
No, these guys think that gaming would survive with Sony and Nintendo paying charging you $800 because remember, and believe me what I'm telling you, if Microsoft wasn't in the scene, Nintendo and Sony would be charging you not 70, but $100 a game, because they will be the only ones around. They would have to pay all this money, and they know that you're going to be relying only on them, so they're going to charge you even more. Shit, Nintendo did it during the 64 because of the labor work. Cartridges work 200, 120. Neo Geo did it. And that was when we were young. We're talking about 20, 30 years ago.
And people bought it. People bought that console, and they paid us hundreds of dollars for those cartridges.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You wanted it, you paid for it.
Yeah. So I don't
It is what it is.
I'm just tired. I don't want to hear none of your complaining, none of your belly aching. I don't want to hear nothing from you guys. All I want to hear from you guys is, okay, I'm either get off the pot, piss, or get off the pot. That's all.
It's simple. It's simple. Okay, don't get Game Pass, and go use your retarded logic and pay $70 for each game, or pay the extra $3 and continue to get a plethora of games for under $20 a month, brand new, every week, every month, and enjoy your fucking gaming time. That's it.
Yeah.
That's simple.
Because at the end of the day, we're guys like us will win.
Not rocket science.
Yeah, but we win because you guys are paying. That's what I love about it. Whether you pay the monthly subscription,
No, you can't watch this.
or you're gonna pay the
This shit's
$70 for the full game.
It's a 4-hour movie.
Either way, I'm gonna win. Right.
Yeah,
That's why
either way.
I have no loss. There's no loss for me. Right? Because I'm
Double
already in the
play the color. That's the
ecosystem.
book first.
I play my games. I've already set aside everything I need to do to enjoy my gaming. Right? Just like at the end of the day, when it comes to subscription services, for me, Netflix won. So I just put everything into Netflix because they give me everything I need. Not every single thing, but enough. More than 85-90% of the content I watch is on Netflix. Am I missing out on other stuff? Yeah. Look, I talk about the WNBA on here. I got the WNBA. I got the pass. I didn't know that they had deals with other channels, or that they're going to show stuff on ESPN, CBS, and then those games are blocked. I haven't been able to watch a Fever game and some of the best games I haven't been able to watch, right? Because I don't have cable, right? So that's something I got to rethink for next season, right? But I don't know. The league is growing. Things are doing good for them, right? That I might not have that problem next year. But if I have that problem, then I got to rethink my game plan as far as enjoying the content, right? Because I'm definitely not going to get cable just to watch basketball games, right? Because like Eba was saying, I went down that road already. I was paying $170 for cable where I live, dude, and that was ridiculous because I was hardly using it. This is why, again, when it comes to the subscription service, all you guys crying about subscription, dude, I wish you grew up when we grew up, and you had cable. You had no choice. At least you have choices. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Dude, again, man, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Sometimes, man, that's the reality of life. Especially now, man. Like some of you guys just don't get it, and that's the scary thing for me. If we're stepping outside of games and we're just looking at life, that's the scary thing to me. When I watch the stuff that you guys care about, the stuff that you complain about, the stuff you guys whine about, the stuff that you where you put your money at or where you don't put your money at. At the end, but for me, it's cool because I'm old, right? This is I'm in the final sunset, right? For all this kind of stuff, dude. I live my life. I've enjoyed some of the best things that pop culture had to offer, dude. I was there ground floor day one, so I don't have to worry about any of that stuff because I've enjoyed it. For the rest of you guys, it is what it is, man. Enjoy your $70 games, probably $80 games, $90 games, dude. How much do you guys think you would be paying for a game if there was no Microsoft and Xbox? I guarantee you the games would cost you $90, dude. Easy. If you only have Nintendo and Sony, there's a symbiotic relationship to all this kind of stuff that you guys don't understand, right? And one of the things that you never want to do is take away your options and your choices, right? For all the people that's wishing Microsoft to be ruined, to go away, there's times where I wish that would happen because then you guys would really see what would happen if you guys got your wish. And again, dude, I don't care, man. I told you, a scorched earth, man. Nuke everything, dude. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna revel in your tears, and I'm gonna enjoy every single minute of it. Like I'm gonna be honest, dude. With the stuff that's going on, dude, it's everybody's suffering out there right now, paying for stuff, you know, struggling now. Before you was wondering, okay, should I get the car or should I get the house? Now people are like, oh man, do I gotta pay food or do I gotta pay my bill, my gas bill, right? That's how different it is right now, right? But again, you guys voted for this stuff, just like with the gaming, man. You guys are building this. And yeah, the one company, man, the one company that's trying to be consumer friendly, trying to give you options, right? Trying to save you money, right? And even to their detriment a lot of the times, if you do it right, right? This is why I pay for my daughter's subscription, right? Because I do want to support Game Pass because I think it is an option and it is a value. Because I know not everybody's paying every month, right? The subscriber count is probably bigger than what they're giving, whatever they're giving. That 40 million, like to me, that 40 million subscriber count that they have is probably they're counting the numbers of subscribers that pay every single month. There's probably more people that use Game Pass, but they don't pay every single month, or they find alternate ways to pay for their bill. Like for me, my like I said earlier, dude,
But brother,
for
but
my Game
brother,
Pass is with my rewards points.
but brother, like you just said, even then, even then, you have an option because Bing, if you do it right all month long, you can get enough points to get Game Pass every month.
Yeah,
In a matter of a week and a half or 2 weeks, you'll have like 15,000 points, which would pay for your Game Pass for the month.
yeah,
So again, I don't understand what's the problem. Because you can literally get Game Pass for free every month. Because you know these motherfuckers don't buy all the indie games like we do. I use my fucking my points for indie games. That's what I do. I just yesterday or 2 days ago, I think it was, I bought 20 games. The ones that were like $1, $2, $3, 20 games I bought. And I spent $65. Right? Using my points and buying a couple of points from Best Buy here and there to help me with the cost to get money faster so I can miss the sale, and I bought them. But that's what I use my points for. But if you don't buy games, they don't care about the indie shit. They don't care about the loss and randoms. They don't care about the braids. They don't care about the Marlowe Briggs and the fucking, those type of games. They don't care about them.
right.
Then why don't you take your points and buy your Game Pass? And you don't even have to spend a cent, and you can still keep your fucking Disney Plus. Or stop complaining about Disney Plus being ass and whack, and yet you still keep it all year long. It's that simple.
And here's another kicker for you guys. no matter what you buy, right? Whether it's on sale or not, you still get points back
Every time you buy, you get
every time
points
you
back.
buy.
Absolutely.
Even when you use your big points, you get points back.
So the more you spend, the more money points you get back. So you're
Yeah.
still winning no matter what.
Plus, you're getting it on sale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, if you're in
And
Game
you're
Pass,
getting
those
them.
games are on sale on Game Pass. You're not paying full price.
Shit, all those people talking shit about gunk, they could have bought the gunk. It's on sale for $8.
Yeah, I bought the gum. I thought I had
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, so did I. I bought it because I didn't know I had it. Well, my son bought it actually. He bought it for me.
Yeah, that's
Because
the
I didn't
only
know I
thing
had it. Like, just like I haven't been able to buy Hellblade yet.
no, but that's the problem. I'm coming into my old age, is remembering what I have and what I don't have.
Yeah, yeah. Well, to be fair, it's a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's a
You're
lot.
dealing with family issues, job issues, wife issues, or ex-wife, whatever,
Yeah,
kids, your family, your parents, your siblings, your co-workers, the work ethic or the workload from your job, video games, what you collect, what you don't, doing extracurricular activities for your children, like if they have a baseball game, if they got to go do some tournament. It's a lot to remember. And I think for us being old and senile, we do pretty good. Because there's young motherfuckers that can't even handle one thing.
yeah, it's bad.
You know what I'm saying? They do one thing and they're like, oh my God, I want to kill myself. You seen those videos with kids saying, oh my God, I'm so tired, so much work to do because they're working for the first time in a job and they don't know what the fuck to do with themselves? Those shits are hysterical.
Dude,
Hilarious.
you need somebody like my dad. Because my
Mm-hmm,
daughter right now, she's working with kids, and she tells me this one kid, they told her he had like a disability. But then
mm-hmm.
as she watched him, she's just like, Dad, he just doesn't listen. I was like, you know
Listen.
what? If your grandfather worked there, that kid will be straightened up in like 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Listen, we grew up in an era where we would be throwing up with 105 fever. And after we threw up, our parents would be like, yo, go drink some tea and suck it up. You'll be all right.
Yeah,
That's what they used to do to us. And we survived. We didn't die. Be like, oh, you threw up? Now you feel better? Yeah, go drink some soup. You'll be okay tomorrow. You'll see. Get some sleep. And fucking, oh my God, you're going to die. Let's go to the hospital. They didn't do shit like that. Unless you were throwing up blood, you lost consciousness, you passed out, that you ain't go to the hospital. Nigga, you had to suck it up. That's how we were raised. You had to suck it up.
yeah. Well, that's definitely not this generation.
Shit, I remember you broke a foot playing sports. Oh my God, that's my boy. Yes, sir. Let's go to the hospital, get you that cast. You my boy. Proud of you because you broke a fucking hand playing a sport. That's how they were. That's how your parents were. These motherfuckers, they broke a hand. Oh my God, I'm disabled for life. I can't do nothing. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. It's
The funny
fucking
thing about
ridiculous.
it is for you guys, it's regardless of how, like, if you guys are being raised different, reality never changes.
Yeah, it's always been the same.
Yeah,
It's still the
so-
same world, still the same challenges. They're just worse, right?
Yeah.
Everything. But shit, it's like you said, the first ones, that'll stab you back in the war, are the ones that you think are the closest to you.
Oh yeah, dude.
Shit.
That's why our circle is small, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and the funny thing about it is sometimes we always don't agree, right?
No,
That's
of
the
course
level
not.
of respect.
So you think you're gonna see when the people see this podcast, they're gonna be mad as hell at me for mentioning Trump, that Biden sucks big fat dick and he's retarded. He's an old man that can't even think straight. He needs to get out of the fucking White House. Watch, this is gonna be your worst viewed and most thumbed down video.
I don't
I
care.
don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I wanna
So
tell
I'm
you,
speaking how it is. You just don't want to hear it. Too fucking bad. You don't want to hear it.
but
Too bad.
the way this
It is what it
podcast,
is.
this is the way the podcast is, dude. If you don't like it, you can always carry on.
Yeah, too bad. You don't want to hear it. Too bad.
Yeah, I mean, look, dude, that's the thing that gets me about this, dude. They just go. If you don't like Game Pass, just go. Just leave.
Absolutely.
Like Unlimited said,
Absolutely.
like, he said that like about a year ago. Like he doesn't understand, right? Why when a lot of the people when you listen to him, you guys sound like you don't like video games. That's what he said, right? Because
Right.
it's like, dude, how can you like look at me, dude? I'm a biggest Star Wars fan. They don't like what they were doing with Disney.
Shit, they ruined our Star Wars. Yeah, that was our Star Wars, and they ruined it.
You know what I did? Right? I just unsubscribed from Disney Plus. I didn't make a big deal about it, dude. I didn't
Mhm.
announce. I didn't do any of that, dude. I just stepped away. It was
Shit,
that
I,
simple. So
I
if you
still
don't
got
like
Disney. I still got Disney Plus like a stupid ass because I keep giving every show comes out a chance to see if maybe they fix something. That no, it worse. It gets worse every time.
well, for me, it's like okay. So if you like the other content, which they do have, but I've been a Disney fan my whole life, so I have
Absolutely.
I have most of the stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But they
So I
don't even
already,
got like old stuff like Donald Duck stuff, Mickey Mouse stuff. They don't got even shit like that. Some of that's just not even there.
yeah. Well, I had most of my stuff out on VHS, which is gone now. And
Mm-hmm.
most of that's like just like how we were talking about the Capcom thing, right? Like I grew up playing those games, so I do sympathize with everybody that wants to bring it out there. Should they bring it out there? I think they should, but they're not. And then I'm like, okay, well that's less money you're not gonna get money from me. That's the bottom line. I'm not gonna go buy another console to get it, right? You're
You are
lost.
not going to make me buy, especially. And then the thing is that it's different with us because we have the option.
Yeah,
We have emulation apps that we can play on dev mode on the Xbox, which is not that hard. If you do a little bit of studying, a little bit of video searching, it's really simple to do. It's not that hard. And you're actually playing all the arcade classics, and you can actually make them look and play better with higher resolution, higher frame rate, higher textures at HDR than what you're going to get in that collection anyway. All right. The
this
whole
isn't like
point of
okay.
no, what I was going to say to finish to my point,
Oh
the
no,
whole point why we're arguing and upset as Xbox fans is because we like to own our stuff as well. So why not give us the opportunity to own the games, especially the arcade shit that we never had before, that are finally coming to consoles, even for the first time in the case of the Punisher Arcade, in this arcade format, so that we can own it and have ownership that we wanted and yearned for so many years, especially for a lot of the retro guys. Why do we have to confine to going to emulation to play it? And then you scrutinize emulation saying, oh, you're playing illegally. You're trying to steal the game. No. If you have no other solution and no other option, and then they're taking it away from you when they actually putting it out as a consumer in another console, then don't complain because people are not going to just sit there and not play. They're going to want figure out a way to play the games because they want to play them. And heck, we want to own them. We want to buy them. Right? That's the bottom line. It's principle, especially if Nintendo and Sony didn't pay not one iota of a dime of a drop to produce the game, publish the game, develop the game. None of that. Why are you giving them special treatment and yet you're not letting another player, because they're on an Xbox, play it and own it with no explanation? Because when they asked them what was the explanation, they didn't answer because they got caught on the lie that it was because of MT Framework, because that's a lie. MT Framework is forward compatible. If it's going to work on the PS5 from PS4, it'll work on the Xbox One from an Xbox Series X. That's a fucking lie. That's why all those other games that we got on Xbox One still work, like the Darkstalkers collection, like the Capcom Volume Classics, like the Capcom cabinets, like the fucking Street Fighter collection, like the fucking Beat 'em Up collection. They all work. They're all MT Framework. Stop the lies. We know what happened. More than likely, Sony paid a little thing on the side because it has Marvel characters, Marvel related, to see if they give it maybe a time exclusivity. Yo, leave it on this platform. Oh, we don't care if you put it on Nintendo. Just take it away from Xbox. They took the deal, trying to act like they don't know nothing, pleading the fifth. And then you'll see maybe next year in a couple of months, oh, yeah, it's coming to Xbox. And then they'll shit in our faces by giving it to us only digital and not allow us to have a physical the way that Nintendo and Switch and the way the PS4 and PS5 are going to have. Capcom has only used Microsoft. That's all they've been doing. That's why they put Exo Prime on Game Pass, got paid up front. That's why they put all the Resident Evils and got paid up front. That's why they did the marketing deal with Devil May Cry 5. They got paid up front. That's why Microsoft took the full cost of Dead Rising 3 and got paid up front. That's why they took the cost of the time exclusivity for Dead Rising 4. That's why they fucking did the new game, The Path of the Goddess, on Game Pass day and day. Why? Because they use Microsoft for money up front. But they don't respect the Xbox fan base. Because the other games that are coming, we had to pay the full-fledged amount of whatever it was, like that new Resident Evil, whatever the fuck it is, that Resident Evil remake they're making of Resident Evil, what is it, 1? That they're coming out with, we're gonna have to pay full price for that, right?
yeah.
Meanwhile, they give shit free to the Nintendo audience and the Sony audience. And what do they have in common? Gee, let's think. They're all Asian. They're all Japanese. No wonder that's what they have in common. And then when I call them nationalistic, I'm a fucking racist. No, their actions are racist because they only support themselves or their kind with no questions asked. But when it's an American company, it's a problem. But you can take the money up front so that you can guarantee getting paid when it's something else. Nah, no, don't come with that bullshit with me. Don't come with that bullshit with me. I'm not stupid. They didn't answer IGN. It was for a reason. Same way the Wukong developers said one thing, and then Microsoft's execs said it themselves. Listen, we do not comment on deals that third-party publishers do with other partners. Okay, what does that tell you? Sony did a deal. They have no big AAAs of their own for this holiday. They want Wukong to be their exclusive on their console, and that's what they did. They took the deal. Why? Again, because they're Asian. Asians stick with Asians.
So for me, I don't. I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't care because at this
Yeah,
point,
I know, but I'm just pointing it out because people try to make it seem like, no, they're not putting it there because I don't buy games. Okay, here's my collection. Now let me see yours. I've literally done that to over 200 people on Twitter, and no one has ever shown me their collection to compete or to combat my collection. No one. And I've done it to over 200 people, and that's a small space, and I'm just one person. So imagine
well,
the bigger picture.
no, but that's what I mean, right? Because these guys, like, I already know they don't buy games. That's number one. That's why that stuff doesn't work on me. And number two is like Exo Prime will do. They're gonna shut that bad boy down, right? That's gonna go away. And then at the end of the day, dude, when I do stuff, we're not wanting on the Xbox side.
Absolutely not.
We have no want for anything,
They
right?
don't
And
want
if
it to die, right?
these guys don't want to get with the program because you're looking at a possible future where Xbox will be the only place in town where you're gonna get money,
Right.
where you're gonna be able to make these kind of deals. There's no place else to go. And then when all of
Right.
this stuff shifts,
You're
then you're
talking
not
from as far as a perspective of the developer, right? That's what you mean. Yeah.
well because the market, if the market like I'm looking at the market to shift and change, right, to where the
Mm-hmm.
player will be Microsoft and then the ball will be in Microsoft court. So all of these days, all these times that you've taken advantage, and we've seen what Phil Spencer has done, and I'm pretty sure Shiro will do the same thing. It's like, look,
Yeah,
you
because,
treat us nice, you work with us, we'll work with you. But
yeah, Microsoft is not Sega. They're not going to run them out of the mill. They got money. They got more than enough money to compete. They're not going nowhere.
But I mean, like, if they're gonna look at him, it's like, look, it worked out. We had a good relationship with you. This is why, dude. With some of the companies, that's why you see them putting like the priority to put on the games, or the relationship continues to grow because they keep on bringing more games because they're successful. Everybody's winning, so to speak. So if Capcom wants to do that, fine. If Sega wants to do that, fine. I don't because these companies, dude. At the end of the day, dude, if you're gonna do that dinosaur type of business, then you're just gonna be like dinosaur and you're gonna be extinct. That's the reality of it, right? Because guys like us are
Mhm.
older, and there's a new generation of people that you gotta be attracted to, right? And
Right,
and what Microsoft is doing right now, especially Phil and Xbox, right? They're trying to
right,
position themselves and not get caught like they did, like Phil said, the last generation, right?
right, right.
The last generation.
Mm-hmm.
So at the
Facts.
end of the day, like, yeah, go ahead, do all that crap you guys are doing, man. But it ain't gonna last long. Dude, there was a time in Hollywood where actors could demand $50 to $70 million. Those days are gone,
Yep.
right? So you take your shot, right? You do what you guys need to do, but at the end of the day, people have when it comes to good stuff, people have short memory. When it comes to screwing somebody over, people have very long memories.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, okay,
Yeah, people always like to remember the bad,
yeah.
but they don't like to remember the good, right?
And some people do it just to drive the knife in your back, and like they don't have any connection to it at all. They're just bandwagon jump on it.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
You
Yep.
guys are in your lowest of low, right? That's when I have my cup ready, collecting your tears, and enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you're not gonna outmuscle Microsoft. You do these little, all these what we call in Hawaii manini games that you guys play. This real small time stuff that you guys love to do with a $3 trillion company.
Well,
Okay, but
because what it is that they think that if they keep complaining, Microsoft every time is going to change their decision the way they've done in the past. But this time it's not going to work because Microsoft has to make sure that they have enough money to continue to pay for those big AAA games that they're putting on Game Pass. It's
yeah,
that simple. They're not going to do it this time around. It's not going to happen.
yeah,
Not
that's
going to happen.
hey, what's up, realist? No, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing, and they bought the studios now. They have the studio,
Hmm.
they have the content that are going to start hitting, to where when this thing finally flips, right, and then these people have to come to them. It'd be like the Godfather,
Absolutely.
right, or Scarface. Probably Scarface is a better example, right?
That's
Microsoft was at a certain level, then they take over, and then you guys gotta pay tribute.
facts.
I'll be waiting for that day. Yeah, what's
That's
up,
facts.
realist? Hey, Mr. Kima, man, thanks for being here, brother. Cygnus as well. Um,
Yeah,
uh,
everybody in the chat.
yeah, Unlimited. Thank you,
Brother,
brother.
I'm gonna get rolling because my son
Yeah,
needs to use the area where I'm at here in the living room.
no, yeah.
So
Thanks
I'm
for
gonna
coming
get
in.
going because he needs to check some stuff out, and it's gonna get loud. I don't want to be noisy. But
No, no,
thank you for sending me the link. We gotta get more into the the numbers and the data when you do another podcast or unlimited, so we can talk
yeah,
about it
we're
more in
gonna do
detail.
one this weekend, the All In podcast, where we can talk about everything.
Yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. Get Sega Man in here too. Everybody, if we can, whatever.
Yeah, I shut out
Um,
the stuff, but I knew I wouldn't be in on it long. Yeah, I have to go too, man, because I gotta check in on my son.
yeah, and I know you said that too when you first started that you were going to try to be just a little bit, and that you can't take too long. And I know I can be long winded, so I'm like, oh man.
No. So
But
it
I
wasn't.
appreciate it. I appreciate
The
it,
only thing
man.
I felt bad about is like if he would have dialed me and said something, then I would have had to like just cut the podcast. And I didn't want to
I
do that.
got you. I got you. Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, go shut yourself up, brother, and we'll call it a podcast.
yeah. He said, we'll call it one. Yeah, yeah. This is your boy Hebot. As always, you can find me on the channel under Hebot 8. So, you can come join the fun. Everything I do and social, same thing. All my information in the description below. And whatever else you want to know about my channel or how to get a hold of me. So it's always been a pleasure, like always, to rock out with my brother Sega forever when I get a chance. It's always few and far between, but when it is,
Yeah,
it's
sorry.
always fun. It's always good conversation. And it's good a good place to vent about video games and everything, whether the good, the bad, it doesn't matter. So I appreciate the chat for hanging in there with us, hearing us out. Whether you agree or disagree, it doesn't matter because at least you're giving us the support just by being here, and that's what matters. So
Yeah, everybody's welcome.
yeah,
All
for
right, my
sure,
brother.
for sure.
Yep. All right.
So you have a great one, brother. I'll talk to you soon. Okay,
All right, my brother. Thank you for
give
coming.
me a call whenever you get a chance, man. We check chat for a little bit.
Yeah, we will. I got
All
time
right,
this.
brother.
All right, brother.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Peace.
Yeah, and I do apologize that I'm a bit heated because I was looking at this stuff all day, and then like with Heba coming in, man, and laying the groundwork, right? I mean, look, at the end of the day, dude, just decide what you want to do. It's your time, it's your money, dude. A lot of this stuff that these people are talking about, dude, these guys are predicting the end of Xbox for years now. Dude. And if you haven't learned, if you're an Xbox guy and you haven't learned, this is only Microsoft and Xbox control their own destiny. That's the great thing about being a fan of their system and their services, right? So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up too. Yeah, realist, thank you, man. Thank you for being here. We'll do the podcast later this week. Um, yeah, I haven't been able to really. I don't know. I want to do a WNBA podcast, but I haven't been able to watch the games, bro, because a lot of those games are blocked out for the. I have the season pass. I didn't think they were gonna do that. I thought they would at least put it on delay so I could watch the game. That's what I've been doing. I've been watching, catching up on all the games. So on the flip side of that, what is good, I got to see a lot of the other players in the other league or in the league that and it made me realize how good the league is. I mean, they still got a ways to go, man. I mean, I think they feel themselves a little bit too much. But taking in everything, dude, it's been great. I just woke up a couple of hours ago. People are mad about an increase you knew was coming. Yeah, and for various reasons as well. The thing, like we were talking about earlier, I was upset about the whole situation. I was like, dude, just you guys have options. At the end of the day, it all boils down to options, man. If Game Pass is not for you, then don't subscribe, right? And that'll send a message to Microsoft, right? Because Microsoft right now they're just looking at the numbers and looking at what people are doing. For the most part, for me anyway, the the people only have themselves to blame. And look, granted, I don't want to be again hypocritical. I talk about this on this channel because I focus on the economy and stuff like that. That's a reality. So I do understand, right? But the way people are coming out talking about just like everything else, dude. No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with all this stuff, dude. And you don't have to be on Game Pass. If you want, go buy your games at full price. Or do what everybody else does. And everybody else does is just wait for the game to go on sale. Right. This is why a lot of these companies are not making it, especially in this economy. right? Because people do not support it day one, which is where they're going to make their money and their profit. People just don't buy the games on that level. So for me, I'm like, whatever, guys. I mean, no matter what says, you guys do you. Ubisoft, PlayStation, even more expensive and didn't offer as much. Yeah, yep. And that's what we kind of talked about earlier, especially me and Hebot. And Hebot made a point of it too. Is that at the end of the day, what's going to happen is these people are going to realize, just like what's happening now in the world, people are beginning to realize, oh, you know what, it wasn't so bad before. Like there's a possibility that I might get drafted and go to war. Not me, but people out there saying that. I mean, the reality of it all will kick in, right? And I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, that's the only way people will learn. So let it go. I don't care. Dude, go and pay $70. In fact, you can go and you can. Then the people was like, oh, I'll just go to PlayStation. I was like, wow, you can pay the $70 here. This is how I know it's BS, dude. You just hate Xbox because Xbox doesn't stop you from not paying full price. Xbox gives you the option to have a cheaper experience, right, in your gaming, right? But if it doesn't work out for you, then take the other choice, man. You can still buy the games, right? This is why they run with certain narratives, at least on the Sony side, about oh yeah, the games will come to Xbox, or this and this happens, right? Because they're aware of it as well. I'll play the rewind, yeah, dude, and then I'll shoot you the link this weekend, man. This was a short one. Peabody asked to come in, so I was like, yeah, no worries. I don't have a problem with people coming in, man, but when I got a bolt, I gotta go. That's what I'm gonna do now, dude. Before Unlimited gives me crap about it, about my shout out. But yeah, thank you guys for all being here. Appreciate it, man. Let me know in the comments, man. What do you guys think? We'll probably revisit this again this weekend, so tune in. Right? I'll send there'll be a bigger crew of people on the weekend sharing their thoughts and opinions. All right. Okay. So anyway, thank you guys for joining Xbox Holland Channel. Host Sega Forever. We out.